Hello, Barendipitous here, and today I'm going to react to the penultimate chapter of the Brawlhalla Battle Pass Season 11 web novel on brawlhalla.com/battle pass. I say penultimate because in the chapter 1 we heard about the penultimate queen, ruler of the Jaguar Kingdom. Anyway, I'm excited. Here we go. Chapter 8, Tomb of the Gods. All right, so we got the reveal, the podium. The skiff skated through the still waters of the drowned Undercity with ease. All was quiet, save for the soft crackle of the energy that arced from Azoth's fully powered form. The mirror-like surface of the water rippled, scattering faint lights that danced off the carved pillars and cavern walls, revealing stone-etched faces of forgotten gods and ancient beings. Chell grunted, annoyed. She fixated her gaze at the bottom of the boat, turning away from the discerning glares of the stone facades as she rowed. Even if the old gods could do nothing but glower from the shadows, there was an imperceptible yet terrible scorn in their carved eyes that sent shivers down her spine. Enough that even the kingdom's proudest warrior could not help but look away in shame. "Why do you cower? There was no one left to pray for these ill-fated gods. You don't even believe they're still alive." "There's still guilt ingrained in me, bearing the weight of their brethren's deaths upon our conscience. Even if they aren't there, I can feel them staring at me, judging me, their claws at my throat. Especially here. In every part of the old city I can feel their disdain. It makes my skin crawl." Azoth kneeled, gently dipping his bronze fingertips into the water. Wow, he really is just like made of metal. It's so cool. With the final ritual, his bones had reformed into a lustrous, burnished metal. Overwhelming energy pulsated through his body, diffusing in fiery blue embers. The air around him was almost unbearably heavy. Even a shallow breath took concerted effort. His eyes had ignited with a renewed fire. His power had been restored, and this form could barely contain its unbridled potential. He trembled. The swirling energy around his head sparked, quaking with some unspeakable emotion. "This place was quite a sight to behold. I remember the halls alight with soft, warm lights. The people would come in to feast in the evenings. Food, drink, entertainment. Living, then, was to be celebrated. It was a wondrous time. I can hardly recognize it anymore. Overgrown, decaying, dying. I would have wept seeing her grand halls in this condition." "Then let her weep." When the lands quaked, the waters rose, and the crops died, all she did was pray more. Told us to pray for the absent gods to save our souls to boot. That's what she's been saying ever since I was a child, and to every generation before me. Didn't do my brother any good. Didn't do any of us any good." "Your brother?" "I used to be a loyal warrior of the Empire of the Jaguar Kingdom. It was once the greatest duty of my life to serve at the right hand of our sovereign. My brother, Tezca, was also a great warrior, friend and rival, honorable, courageous, brave. He invented incredible maneuvers and combat techniques, and I would hone them. We were an inseparable duo, the fiercest hunters of our village. But some years ago, he went missing." "Tezca. This is awkward. Best not to interrupt her." Okay, so bit of a, not really theory time, more of a confirmation of theory time. So back in Battle Pass Season 8, the Terminus Battle Pass, there was Tezca, right? And at the time, the developers had sort of teased that all of the skins in that battle pass are like pulled from other battle passes, right? So we got Orion, who was in Battle Pass 5. We got Mordex from Battle Pass 4. Hattori from Battle Pass 1. Petra was just native to Terminus. But Tezca wasn't in any battle pass. So the theory among lore nerds like me was that Tezca is from a future battle pass. There was also the number 9 somewhere in there in Tezca's research log. So we theorized that Tezca is from Battle Pass 9, which did not turn out to be the case. That was Apocalypse, whatever. And then we had Season 10, which was Magical Girls, Starlight Magi, and all that kind of stuff. Now, Season 11, we finally get the payoff to that. Loki is saying this is awkward. He knows something. And I am pretty positive that what he knows is that he's the one. He's the one responsible for Tezca disappearing. Tezca is stuck in Terminus now, here, and now, and that's why he's missing. And that's why he's in Battle Pass Season 8. The Corrupted Blood Tezca, that's the Tezca from this Battle Pass. Okay? That's so cool. It's so cool. We finally get to see the full payoff of that and how Chell feels about that. And Loki being like, just gonna keep quiet. Yeah, anyway. It drove me mad looking for him. I scoured the jungles, clambered atop the drenched canopies, rummaged through the depths of our ancient shrines. Nothing. Finally, I tracked his last whereabouts down to the depths of the Fell Empress's temple in Ishanokala, the old city. Here. By the way, Ishanokala, that name appears in Queen Nai's official normal lore. The Battle of Ishanokala, which is when the Battle of Ishanokala is the battle in which, like, at least what I thought in the lore is when the Jaguar Kingdom fell, and that's when, like, Queen Nai, I thought, like, did the ritual to absorb the 11 gods, and also when she was brought up to Valhalla. But it sounds like if this is like fully canon, or if this is another timeline or something, then this is certainly, if this is fully canon, that means there's a lot more going on in between the lines in Queen Nai's lore. If this is another timeline, that's still really cool. Anyway, here, I didn't find him. And what did I find? What I did find were the skulls of countless others, arranged in racks, in some kind of strange ritual effigy. That was what our own queen was doing to us. Preying on our faith, sacrificing our lives to extend her own, selling us a lie that our gods still live and bear our empire on their shoulders. When I finally uncovered the truth, I resolved to overthrow her. With Tezca gone, I am the final hope for our people. Azoth, long have I awaited. I have been training, biding my time for the day I will finally strike her down. With your help, she will finally fall. I have just one request, Chell. Before I fight, I would like to talk to her, if only for a few moments. Why? My foes deserve to have their final words known to someone before they find their peace. Even someone you find as reprehensible as your queen needs to have her voice heard one last time. Fine. Thank you. Don't overdo it, Azoth. There's still much I have planned for you, and I need you in one piece. Azoth glanced upwards. His gaze rested upon the looming shadows of the inverted temples. The sound of crackling turned to humming, a weary sigh. The skeletal hand curled into a fist, and he looked onward into the yawning darkness. Azoth's jaw swung slightly, whispering words so quietly that even the gentle lapping of the water against the hull of their skiff was enough to drown his voice out. Forgive me. If nothing else, forgive me. The skiff eased upon a rocky shore. We're here. Just through that temple is where we'll find the Fell Empress's throne. Dozens of green fires eerily hung in the air, greeting the procession that had alighted upon the shore. They gave no warmth, only aimlessly drifting like dust motes. The Fell Empress's temple was unremarkable. Half inset in the cave wall, it hid in the shadows of the other inverted temples. Twin pillars with faint carvings stood guard in front of the temple's stone entrance, though any discernible features inscribed upon them had long been lost to time. Ready? Itching to go. Let's not waste any time. She already knows we're here. As they crossed through the threshold of the temple, the flames converged and bloomed into a ferocious, roaring fire behind them. There was no backing out now. Another green flame ignited in a brazier. Need to know the right way to say that. I keep wanting to say it in a different way, but that means something very different. Anyway. Another green flame ignited in a brazier 10 paces in front of them. The dark stone of the temple's interior gleamed in the flickering light, throwing ominous shadows upon the walls as the flames licked and danced. A sharp clang of metal resounded throughout the temple. The brazier fire hissed. In front of a serpent-headed throne, a woman swathed in black rose to her feet. A reptilian spirit bristled as it clambered over her crown, standing at attention. In her hand, she gripped a pole arm whose spearhead was alight with viridescent fire. As she poised to speak, her voice reverberated, a ghastly echo upon itself. Oh, she looks so cool. So, you finally arrived, with a little entourage in tow. I have been waiting for you. It's been a very, very long time. Thank you for playing. So this is a code for, I think, some kind of title. I'll definitely, of course, copy that. But yeah, this is pretty much the same for everybody. So there's that. Is that the end? There should be one more. Yeah, I think there is one more. As Fate Foretold. I already... Is that... Just want to double check. Okay, cool. There is one more. Excellent. I'm excited. I'm excited for that. I try to do a little bit of an echo voice for the reverberation. I might not do that in the last chapter. It's a little bit tiresome and kind of muddles the words. I'll figure something out. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and until next time, all the best.